Hey guys, it's your boy Rod from DBZSHFIGS.com, and today I'm bringing to you my predictions for the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts line for the year of 2025. So, we're very well into the year. However, there are still some slots open for new releases, new announcements from Tamashii Nations about where the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts line is going in 2025. So, without further ado, sometimes we have to look into the past in order to be able to predict the future. So, based on 2024, we got a total of 24 releases, including 3 San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, 1 New York Comic-Con exclusive, 1 Tamashii Nation store exclusive, and 4 retail $34.99 figures, which are the ones that you can find at like your local Target, Best Buy, Walmart, etc. So out of these 24 total releases, 10 of them were Dragon Ball Z characters, 3 of them were Dragon Ball GT characters, 7 of them were Dragon Ball Super characters, 3 were Dragon Ball Daima, 0 were like from the original Dragon Ball, which is kind of sad, honestly. And then 1 of them were like an effect piece slash diorama. And here's just a visual. So if you don't know where this image is coming from, it's coming from my website, DBZSHFIGS.com, where you'll find a complete archive of every single release in the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts line. But anyways, there's all the characters that we got. It was a pretty stacked year. 24 figures in a year is pretty good, And one thing to note is that they try and outdo themselves every year. So I totally expect that going forward in 2025 and the next years. There's just going to be more and more releases, if I'm being honest. There was a good variety. I like to think that 2024 was a pretty good year. So what do I predict for 2025? Well, like I just mentioned, I predict there's going to be a total of 25 total releases. There could honestly be more, but 25 is a lot in my opinion, especially the way these figures are being priced nowadays. It's a lot of money. So I'm going with 25, which is 1 more total release than last year. I'm keeping in line with the 3 San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, the 1 New York Comic-Con, 1 Tamashii Nation store exclusive, and 4 $34.99 retail releases. Out of these, I believe there's going to be 9 Dragon Ball Z characters, 2 Dragon Ball GT characters, 2 Dragon Ball Super characters, 10 Dragon Ball Daima, which I know I just saw your eyes roll, but it's basically the year of Daima. And then 1 OG Dragon Ball and 1 effect piece slash diorama. So what do we know so far? Basically, for the year 2025, we already pretty much got these confirmed. 4 of them are still, they don't have a release date. So in theory, they could be like 2026, but I don't think so. I think if they already shown us, it means they're going to be 2025. But basically right here, I color-coded this dark blue is GT. So as you can see, there's 1, which is Pan. Dragon Ball Z is color-coded orange, which there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 total so far. And then this teal is the effect piece slash diorama, which, that takes the spot. Daima is red. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 already. And then, unfortunately, I do think they're going to count this little Goku as part of the OG Dragon Ball line. So that's going to be our 1 slot already taken. So basically what I just said, we already know 18 figures. 7 of them Dragon Ball Z, 1 of them Dragon Ball GT. No Super announced so far. 8 Dragon Ball Daima, 1 OG Dragon Ball, and 1 effect piece slash diorama. So what do we still need? Basically, if we get the total of 25 figures that I'm predicting, we need 7 more still to be released, still to be announced figures. And out of those, I believe there will be 2 more Dragon Ball Z figures. There will be 1 more Dragon Ball GT. There will be 2 Dragon Ball Super, 2 Dragon Ball Daima, and then OG Dragon Ball, already filled that spot. Effect piece diorama, already filled that spot. And we still need 3 San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, 1 New York Comic-Con, 1 Tamashii Nation store, and 2 more retail $34.99 because this Goku Adult Daima and Vegeta Adult Daima, they're already $34.99, so I fully expect them to be retail releases. Now, this Super Saiyan Mini Daima was $34.99. However, I don't think they would sell him at retail stores since they made him a pre-order on Premium Bandai. So I think we have 2 of those slots filled. So out of those 7 figures, I think there are 2 that we're fully expecting that have yet to be officially announced. And that first one is Vegeta, the Proud Saiyan Prince. So Tamashii Nations held like a figure expo recently, and they just randomly had this figure out there. We haven't heard anything about it before until we saw it here. And I fully expect this one to be a 2025 release, and it's gonna fill one of the Dragon Ball C slots and a $34.99 figure slot. So, you know, it's a really nice figure, honestly. A $34.99 base Vegeta. I know we got the one from the Dragon Ball Superheroes movie. However, this one is just like, you know, a basic Vegeta that you would think of when you think of Dragon Ball C, which is pretty cool. And then the other figure that we have seen resurface again, and I fully expect them to release it this year, will be Master Roshi from the Tournament of Power. That one was also shown at the same figure expo as the Vegeta. And I think this one will also be $34.99. I know it's a bit of a stretch because they usually tend to leave the $34.99 retail spots for like Gokus and Vegetas, and then we've gotten like Trunks. However, I do think Master Roshi is a well-known character that they would be willing to release it at retail. You know, I was also thinking, I mean, what kind of accessories could he even bring? Only thing that comes to mind, unless I'm missing something, is like a Kamehameha effect piece. However, they don't have to include that. So if they don't include that, then I could totally see this guy going for $34.99. But you let me know what you think. And then I'm thinking Super Saiyan 3 Goku Mini Daima is coming. They just teased, he just came out on the show, so we know he's coming. They might release him 2026 maybe. However, I do think this guy has potential to be the Tamashii Nation store exclusive for this year. You know, they've already done so many Daima releases, and this is known as the Year of Daima, which is unfortunate for many of us. I know, reading all my comments, I know the majority of people are tired of the Daima figures. However, we just have to accept it at this point. There's going to be a bunch of releases of Daima figures this year. Let's just let it be, you know. Let's look to 2026 when we get back to like a bunch of Dragon Ball C, etc. figures being released. So this one I think would be cool for a Tamashii Nation store exclusive, you know. They did the Goku C fighter last year. So I think this one is cool. And they could even do something that's translucent like that one. I do think that if they include it as a Tamashii Nation store exclusive, I think it's going to give it a little more prestige to the figure. I know a lot of people are burnt out with Daima. So I think if they make it a quote-unquote exclusive, then maybe a lot of people would actually try and seek it out. But anyways, we continue to New York Comic-Con 2025. I think they're just going to take a page from 2024 and release our boy Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Gogeta from Dragon Ball Super. I think he's going to have that glossy paint just like the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta we got in 2024. I think it's been a long time since we got in a Gogeta. And actually, we've only ever gotten one Gogeta. And to put icing on top of the cake, I just hope they include a Super Saiyan head on him, since that original Gogeta included base form and Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. We just need a Super Saiyan regular Gogeta, so please make it happen. Next up, I think For San Diego Comic-Con 2025, we still need one more slot for Daima, and I'm giving it to King Goma Third Eye. So San Diego Comic-Con, the last few years, I'd say, it's been kind of like just premium color editions of re-releases of figures that we've already gotten before. However, they do sometimes take risks and include new figures, which I think this year they should do. You know, I'm kind of getting tired of like the re-releases. Like the Jiren and the Future Trunks this year were okay, you know. I think we honestly saw with the market the fact that those two, you could still go on Premium Bandai and order them right now if you wanted them. You know, so I think if they do make new figures, I think they're more likely to sell more. So with King Goma, like I said, 2025 is the year of Daima. I feel like if anything, this one would actually be one people want because he actually looks pretty cool, you know, aside from the fact that he just looks like King Goma head with Jiren body. But I think he's actually could be cool on your shelf. Out of all the Daima characters, I think so far right now, this one's actually that I do want. And I'm a little scared to what price they're going to put on him since regular King Goma is $75. So I don't know what price they're going to put on this guy, but I think it'd be cool to have that. And then continue with Comic-Con. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has to happen. You know, I know a little lazy, 2 Gogetas in 1 year, but we just need them to complete our Dragon Ball GT, or, well, not to complete. I could interchange this guy with Omega Shenron, because I feel like those two are basically the most wanted GT characters that we still don't have. So either one would be cool. However, I'm leaning towards Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. If they just want to figure that they know for a fact is going to sell out and it's going to make them a lot of money, this is the way to go, honestly. And then last but not least, so if you've been paying attention to the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives the past few years, they usually do like a 2-pack. You know, they're not scared to do it for whatever reason. You know, like last year we got the Goku and Kid Gohan. And then the year before that, we got the father-son Kamehameha and the Raditz and Gohan. So, you know, they're okay with doing 2-packs for San Diego Comic-Con. So I think for this year, it would be so freaking cool if we finally got Future Gohan with the teen or kid Trunks. I don't know what age he is, honestly. But from the future timeline, I think that would just be the most amazing pack. Sell out instantly. I know Future Gohan's a character that everybody's been wanting for so damn long. So let's just get him out of the way finally, please. That this will be such an amazing release. They could include Gohan with his base head, Gohan with the Super Saiyan head, the Trunks with his base head, the Trunks with the Super Saiyan head. You know, just make it happen. Please, please just make it happen. But anyways, that's going to be it from me. This is what I think, you know. There, of course, are so many caveats. They could honestly do like 30 releases if they wanted to, but I'm just going based on the past and what I think of this year. My challenge to you would be based on these categories that I, you know, wrote down here. Try and figure out this puzzle, like which figures would you put to fit in each category. Like for me, it was honestly a very nice thinking exercise because I had to fit in all of these different things into 7 figures. So I think it's fun. If you want a challenge, try and do it yourself if you don't agree with my choices. But anyways, I hope you have a nice rest of your day.